Welcome back, campers, to Candy Adventures. If you're new, I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Chris. And today we wanted to talk about a new Netflix movie called Operation Christmas Drop that's filmed on our home island here of Guam.
So today we're going to explore the movie and some of the areas in Guam that are featured and not featured. So sit down, crack a beer, and join us. If you're watching this, you're probably one of three categories. The first, you have no idea what movie we're talking about.
Huh.
The second, you've seen the movie and you thought it was cute, great, loved it, etc.
Woo! Oh my gosh! Ah, that was amazing!
Or the third, you thought it was an Operation Christmas flop.
Okay, with the puns. So Operation Christmas Drop is a Netflix original starring some people that have been in other movies before. It might be some recognizable faces to you. They weren't to me, but the girl was in
Vampire Diaries.
and the guy was in Vikings or something like that. Hunger Games. The movie is centered around an Air Force pilot and a uptight business lady who works in Washington, and they're talking about Operation Christmas Drop. And Operation Christmas Drop is where the U.S. Air Force every year takes some goods and drops them out the back of an airplane to some people here in the Micronesian islands who have a hard time getting goods and supplies. And it's sort of it's a training mission for the Air Force, but it's also a charitable mission of the Air Force.
It has blossomed into the longest running humanitarian relief operation in the Department of Defense's history.
So this movie really centers around this Air Force pilot, this real tall drink of water guy. I find a lot of similarities in between him and myself. I was also in the military. You know, we're both young in our 20s.
No.
I'm also about 6'3", 6'4". Vibrant and full of life. And we both like making videos. I wanted to be like that as much as possible for this video. So we don't have an airplane and I'm not a pilot, but what we do have
is a Camry.
and movie magic.
Ding.
So unlike the US military, we don't have a big budget and can't actually use real aircraft and helicopters. But what we do have is the power of Christmas. And with the power of Christmas, we have endowed this 2005 Toyota Camry with the powers of flight.
That's right. So we're going to be flying this Camry around to a couple different locations in this video that are covered in the movie.
But I'm not flying this death trap, so I'm gonna let her fly it, and I'm gonna ride bitch. We had seen that this movie was being filmed on Instagram here months ago, and we were excited because we thought, oh, we can do something about the filming locations here.
And go in person and like be there where they filmed the movie.
And that didn't happen because almost all of it is filmed on Anderson Air Force Base. So.
Yeah. So we're only really going to be able to visit two locations that they filmed on. The first is the Chamorro Village.
Next up, the largest outdoor market on the island.
All right, now we're going to prepare this cockpit for takeoff.
Rock bottom, come in air traffic control, requesting permission for takeoff. Time 15:51 p.m.
No, we can't do air traffic control no more because you're going to drive off cliff and do the zoom side like Mommy said.
Well, if that's what you say, air traffic control, but we have a little thing called Christmas magic. Let's take off anyway.
Okay.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
This isn't that bad.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Okay. It's actually kind of nice.
You can do anything if you believe in yourself.
You know, it's kind of nice. There's no potholes up here.
The smoothest roads in Guam are the ones not on Guam. The smoothest roads in Guam are in the air.
Okay, so Chamorro Village is over there. Okay. Do I do the blinker?
I think so.
Okay. we just flew our Camry over here to the next spot.
This is Chamorro Village. It is the biggest open air market, just like they said in the movie, on Guam. A lot of like souvenirs and knickknacks, and it's a fun place to come hang out, especially on Wednesday nights.
Hey guys.
This is all really nice, but I came here to observe and report, not work on my tan and taste the local fare, okay?
But as you can see, because of COVID-19, it's closed down.
It's a little haunting because it is dead. It's empty. Usually there are a ton of people here. But it was really cool to be featured in the movie since this is one of the hot spots pre-COVID.
And if you don't have base access and you're on Guam, this is one of the few places from the movie that you can actually come check out and say that I was in a film location. All right, let's hop back in our magic flying Camry and see if we can check out some more of the places on the island.
No.
And the second is Gun Beach, which is right beside a hotel. And they kind of doctored it up to look like it was some foreign island. They took a helicopter ride and looked like they were really going somewhere cool.
So awesome up here!
Sometimes I look down and realize I have the best job in the world.
And really the helicopter just went in a big circle.
What's happening?
We're landing. Just dropping in to say hi.
And then they landed and they drove down to a resort beach hotel and filmed in the other direction so that you can't see it. All the hotels in the background.
Yeah.
And it's just a tourist beach that
Yeah.
they made look like a far off island.
Tropical island in the middle of nowhere.
So here's one of the big locations in the movie where they go to a remote island. They fly from Guam on some helicopters and they land here to talk to some locals about Operation Christmas Drop.
So we're gonna go talk to some locals and see if they're in the Christmas spirit.
Let's go meet some people on this remote island.
In the middle of nowhere.
Buenos and half a day, cuz. Half a day, Chelu.
Half a day, Chelu.
How would you and your friends like some markers to draw with? There's a hairbrush. That's great. I'm gonna have a
Here's a hairbrush. And we have some candy too. Like,
Ooh, you're welcome.
yeah,
We've done a good thing here today. We've done a good thing.
helping impoverished people.
We're good people. Feliz Navidad, Pars.
Okay, see you later. Why do these Hollies keep giving us nasty ass hairbrushes?
I don't know. Do you think it has something to do with that movie?
Maybe.
As you can see, this is actually Gun Beach on Guam, full of lots of tourists and locals and everything in between.
As the crow flies, we're about 2 miles from a Kmart, Home Depot, and the largest mall in Micronesia. Directly behind us, as we'll show you, there's a giant bar and some
Hotels.
I don't know what attracts Air Force guys to playing volleyball, but ever since Top Gun, it's just a bunch of shirtless Air Force guys playing volleyball everywhere we go. But that's what I'm watching right now. I'm not watching too much, but
It's a little much.
it's back there.
It's a little much.
So the scene was filmed on Guam, about 2 miles away from the Air Force Base, and this is not in an impoverished area whatsoever. And it's just loaded with people and bars and tourists. So.
Yep. Reality of the movie.
Come on. It's time to show you what we've been up to at Taragi Beach.
Okay, on to the next location to see if we can keep checking out some of the holiday cheer found in Operation Christmas Drop. This is Operation Christmas Drop, Rock Bottom, requesting permission for landing.
Well, all you. Cars can't fly, and Mom's gonna call 911 because you're driving off a cliff.
Again, I've got a little thing called Christmas spirit and a rebellious attitude. And you're not gonna be able to find me when I land anyway, just like all those votes for Trump that went missing.
One of the other major film locations on the movie is Taragi Beach, so we tried to fly the Camry there.
But as you can see from all this fence line and this gate, we were stopped because this bunch of prettiness up here, and Taragi Beach included, is off limits to everybody but active duty military. So
We can't go there.
30% of Guam, about 30% or more of the island of Guam, is controlled by the military and has giant gates around it.
So the beautiful places that you see in the movie, most of them you can't go to.
This scene right here where the protagonist is talking about putting up UXOs or unexploded ordnance to keep the tourists off of the beach.
Unexploded ordnance?
Used to be.
Huh?
Now we just use it to keep tourists off our break.
So him putting up a fake UXO to keep tourists out is kind of silly because there's a billion miles of concertina and wire and gate guards.
No, you're not getting through unless you have base access, which, unless you're military, most people here don't.
So we failed to find Taragi Beach. Rock bottoming! You're rock bottoming! We know where it's at. We can't get to it. So let's go look for some other beaches here on the island of Guam.
This beautiful backdrop we are on right now is Retidian, which is on the northern tip of Guam, adjacent to Andersen Air Force Base. The plot of the movie is that they're contemplating defunding this Air Force Base on Guam.
They've been using our military cargo planes to drop gifts and supplies to remote islands at Christmas.
Well, if we're looking to close down bases, this one's flashing red and green.
Which is kind of ironic because in reality, they're actually bringing more military presence here.
But sir, we're the most strategically important location in the South Pacific.
And Andersen's firing range might actually expand onto this refuge.
That being said, this movie is 100% military propaganda. I was in the military, I love the military, I love the country, but this movie, and any movie that has a lot of military presence in it, the military has say-so of how their assets are viewed. You know, if there's a lot of they film on base, they film with real military aircraft and military personnel. So there is an over-beautification of the military in this. And, you know, it kind of gets the people on the side of we should not close this base down, when in reality, in the background, this base is actually kind of expanding its reach onto the island, and something like 10,000 Marines will be moving here soon.
Multi-million-dollar contracts have recently been awarded to build the needed facilities on Guam, paving the way for the relocation of Marines to the island as part of an overall restructuring plan for U.S. forces in the Asia-Pacific region.
But just in the background, you should know that some of the only public beaches left on Guam, a lot of Guam is military occupied, and you can't enjoy the beaches there. So as long as you go into this knowing that this movie is propaganda with the Christmas flair,
then you can enjoy it.
Yeah, it's still got a funness to it.
It's supposed to be warm feelings for the season. Let's pause for a second and visit one scene.
Sorry it's not the Ritz, but if you see a gecko, remember their good luck.
What is that? Is that a gecko or a lizard? They said it was a gecko, but there's a lot of options. Lots of variations of geckos on island and lizards. These. This. Those. Those might be too small for the camera, so why don't we bring on something like this? Please let go of my flesh. I got a flesh wound from a vicious gecko. On second thought, maybe CGI was a good idea. Well, we met some really nice locals, and they seemed pretty thrilled to receive a hairbrush and some Skittles, so I think we can do more than that.
So now we're actually going to do the Operation Christmas Drop.
Come fly with us today, see what we do up there.
We're going to fly over that island again, except this time we have a few more supplies, a few more boxes, and we're going to drop it off just like they did in the movie, and so we can fulfill this Operation Christmas Drop recreation and exploration. Let's get to dropping.
Can't deliver presents without the right music.
There it is.
Wait, is that them?
That's them. Oh my God, it's the same people. Oh, they're gonna love their gift.
Oh man, okay, wait, hold on. What are we getting them?
I have a box of chips that...
The old stale ones?
No, they're expired legally, but you can still eat them.
Okay. Alright, they'll like that. That's fine.
They're gonna
That's
love
fine.
this. They're gonna love this.
Okay. How are you gonna drop it though?
I'm gonna crawl through the trunk. I'm gonna crawl through the trunk and I'm gonna drop it out the trunk.
Okay, I'll just...
Oh, they're gonna love this. Okay. Merry Christmas to one, Merry Christmas to all.
The choreography. This is why K-pop is superior.
Wait. Do you smell that? I think it's Christmas magic! I think it's those Hollies from the beach, the ones that gave you that old hairbrush.
Are they doing a Christmas drop?
I think they're confused. This is still Guam, not Rhoda or some other island.
I mean, they're terrible at flying Camrys, but I mean, it is Christmas, so.
Feliz Navidad.
Oh, I mean, I do like barbecue chips.
Yeah.
We'll let them have their moment. We can tell them after New Year's.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Okay.
Whether or not you've seen it, hated it, or loved it, we can discuss and probably all agree that it's sort of a Hallmark, Lifetime channel movie with a predictable plot.
Someone once made me say that sometimes in life you just have to find the right angle.
Not one of my favorite Christmas movies or the style that I like. I like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I like Gremlins. I like the new Krampus movie. So this is not exactly my cup of tea. But it's a fine, watchable movie to put on the background of a Christmas holiday so you don't have to listen to your aunt and uncle talk about whether they do or do not like Trump.
Wow, shots fired.
Thank you. Finally, someone who understands.
And maybe, if this movie is successful, some of our friends and family back home will finally fly to see us. They'll see how beautiful Guam is and all these beaches, and they'll say, that looks fantastic.
Anyway, you ready to go Christmas snorkeling?
And maybe, just maybe,
They'll come visit.
one member of our friends and family will finally come and visit us. Probably not, though.
Probably not.
A lot of them have said they're going to visit,
But they don't.
nobody ever does. So if they ever want to visit, and they think Guam looks pretty cool because they saw Operation Christmas Drop, maybe checked out this video, maybe they'll come visit us.
Maybe.
They don't have to, though.